Have you at any point contemplated what changes your body goes through truly and intellectually when you work out? You may just recognize that practicing is advantageous to your well-being, yet do you understand how gainful it is? All things considered, practice makes blood be redirected from your liver and stomach-related framework to your skeletal muscles. Chemicals can train the body to change over fat into glucose, mitigate torment, and increment state of mind as a result of extreme action. Muscles produce lactic corrosive, which influences the pH of the blood around the muscles to diminish. As a matter of fact, practice improves your life from raising your mindset to upgrading your sexual coexistence. In the present video, we will discuss the advantages of activity, why you ought to begin practicing at present, and in particular, we will talk about what befalls your body when you begin working out. So hold on and miss no piece of the video. Likewise, assuming that this is your most memorable time visiting the channel, make sure to buy in. Returning to the video, a developing number of people have started to take part in additional games, wellness, and entertainment lately. Whether you're attempting to get more fit, form muscles, or absolutely get off the love seat, here are a few changes you can expect when you start working out. What befalls your body after the initial not many long stretches of activity? It's conceivable that during your absolute first exercise you'll feel more conscious and energetic. This is because of the way that rising your pulse brings about an expansion in how much absolute bloodstream and oxygen that is conveyed to the cerebrum. Nonetheless, you ought to likewise intellectually set yourself up for the following day when you will definitely encounter DOMS. The uneasiness will keep going for close to 3 days. Yet fortunately you will have a lower chance of encountering it in the future as long as you keep an ordinary exercise routine schedule that objectives those equivalent muscles. The following couple of weeks, over the accompanying not many weeks, your body will slowly build the production of mitochondria through an interaction known as mitochondrial biogenesis. Your muscles expect fuel to carry out their roles. For example, flexing and contracting in the mitochondria in your cells are liable for changing over starches, fats, and proteins into that fuel. Studies have demonstrated that following 6 to about 2 months, individuals might have an expanded number of mitochondria in their bodies by up to half. Your cells will begin to feel more fit and your perseverance will develop because of the expanded number of mitochondria in your cells. In this way, practice for a long while will not have all the earmarks of being essentially as trying as it did during the principal 7-day stretch of the exercise. Following a time of a half year, you ought to at long last start to see the consequences of all your diligent effort. Assuming you make strength preparing the essential accentuation of your activities, you will see that your muscles start to come to fruition. As of now, you're likewise less inclined to abandon the preparation routine you've been following. The initial half year of an activity program regularly have a dropout pace of around half. However, after that point, a more noteworthy number of members stay focused on the activity. Results following 9 months. On the off chance that you center principally around cardiovascular movement, you ought to see a 25% increment in your VO2 max following 9 months of steady exercise routines. The greatest measure of oxygen that your body can move to your muscles as fuel is alluded to as your VO2 max, and it is regularly utilized as a proportion of wellness. Basically, having a more prominent VO2 max permits you to run at a speedier speed for a more extended time frame. So assuming your VO2 max increments by 25% for example, it demonstrates that you'll have the option to go around 20% further in a similar time frame. Following a time of customary activity, your bones will get more grounded, which will make it doubtful that you will get osteoporosis. Specialists have shown that over a time of 1 year, reliable powered lifting when combined with high-impact exercise can truly invert the side effects of osteoporosis. Benefits following a couple of years. Presently, assuming you stay with your workout daily practice over an extensive stretch of time, you might observe that your body isn't the main thing that advantages. It's likewise conceivable that your financial balance might get somewhat fatter. As per research, senior residents who practiced for somewhere around 30 minutes on something like 5 days of the week saved a normal of $2,500 in clinical costs associated with heart-related well-being concerns. Aside from that, you will likewise have a decreased probability of having joint pain, diabetes, dementia, and a few types of malignant growth, including bosom and colon disease. You have a much expanded possibility of carrying on with a more drawn-out life than you typically would have. Additionally, you would feel more fulfilled on the grounds that exercise diminishes the gamble of uneasiness and sadness by bringing down degrees of stress chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline. This outcomes in a lower generally chance of tension and pity. Indeed, that is supportive of the present video. Go ahead and share your involvement with the remarks area. What inspired you to begin working out? How long have you been working out? It will be exceptionally fascinating to peruse. What's more, on the off chance that you like the video, why not offer this video a go ahead? See you in the following video.